What's going on, everybody? Mahai back with another Classic Lens video. Today I have another Town Hall 18 Legend League attack strategy for you guys, and it's pretty similar to the one I uploaded yesterday, but we did make a couple minor changes that make it even stronger. So before we get into the attack, make sure you guys go leave a comment and drop a like. If we reach 100 likes in the first 24 hours, we'll be giving away a gold pass. We've been getting a lot closer to the like goal, so make sure you guys drop a like. So into the attack, as you see, we did drop some of our throwers, and we're actually bringing 2 Electro Titans. And the reason we're doing that is because obviously the throwers, when they get to targeting skeleton traps and stuff like that, it takes them forever to get through because it seems like they all target the same one, and they have a really slow attack speed, so it slows them way down. So pairing with the Electro Titans makes it way stronger because obviously they'll just insta-melt any skeleton traps and any clan castle troops, anything like that. So it makes it really, really strong. Everything else is exactly the same. Equipments are the same. The army link's down in the description, so if you guys want to just copy the army, make sure you guys do that. So let's go hop on our first friendly challenge. I'm going to start off with a friendly challenge to show you how it works, and I've actually got 2 Legend League replays for you guys. Alright, so it's actually a pretty simple setup. Obviously, we have 5 invises, so we're just going to be doing a short Royal Champion charge. I'm going to drop her in from right here, and I want her to path in like this and get all this stuff down. So for the timing on the invis spells, I'm just dropping on every 6, so I'll drop my first invis at 56, then 46, then 36, and then a lot of times when I get in deeper into the base, closer to some of the heavy hitting defenses, I'll start double cycling. And by double cycling, I mean instead of dropping on every 6, I'll drop on 7 and 3. It's just a lot safer to keep your fox alive. So if I can get this whole compartment down with my Royal Champion, that's exactly what I need in the funnel set. Anything after that, it's just extra value. If she turns in and goes towards this monolith and gets this stuff out, obviously that's even better, but even if I don't get that, that's perfectly fine. Because then after that, I'm going to use my queen down here somewhere, and I'll shoot the giant arrow just to cut off the funnel. You don't have to use the giant arrow if you don't want to. You could use something else. And we're also going to use the king down here as well, and his job is to go down around the outside with his snake bracelet and pick off as much trash as possible. And that just does a good job of keeping the funnel tight for our throwers. As you see, now we have a nice lane right through the core of the base. We're going to use a log launcher to roll right over that revenge tower and through the clan castle troops. That'll work out really well. And yeah, that's basically all there is to it. You have an overgrowth to mitigate some damage. I have 3 totem spells that I'll use on the entry just to keep as much damage off my troops as possible on the initial entry into the base. So we'll start off with the Royal Champion here. Again, on 56, I'll drop my first one. It's hard to show it in the replay, obviously. But on your battle timer, as soon as you drop your Royal Champion, it'll start counting down, obviously, from 3 minutes. So at 56, you would drop your first, and then it'll go to the Spirit Fox, and then at 46, you would drop your next. And that's how you can get so much value out of your Royal Champion, even with only 5 invis spells. And if you don't need to use all your invis to get the funnel set, you can save some as well and use them on your Royal Champion later in the attack. That works great as well. But as you see, she actually did turn and went into the multi-gear cannon and this monolith. So I'm going to let her keep working, because obviously if I can get this monolith down, that's really big value right at the beginning of the attack. Takes a lot of damage off my initial troops. So we got a really good funnel set. So I'm just going to drop all my throwers in now with the warden. And then I'm going to let my boogers start spawning a little bit before we get the healers in, because obviously that'll help protect the healers. We shoot our queen's giant arrow. We use our king to go around the outside, which is going to work perfect. Our queen should mostly join up with our main army. We got our log launcher going. We're going to start sprinkling in our totem spells now to distract everything on the base. We'll use all 3 of those before we use our warden's ability. That way you can pretty much guarantee you can save your warden's eternal tome into the core of the base. That's why I love having the 3 totem spells. They just synergize very well with this. So we're doing a good job pathing into the core. And now our queen and our 2 Electro Titans are going to come join up with our main army, which is perfect. We wrecked the clan castle troops. We're pushing into the town hall now, so we'll use our rage. And we're also going to use our warden's eternal tome. Now under that rage, our healers should be able to top off the entire army. We use the overgrowth back here. We get a multi-inferno. We get a ground expo, a super wizard tower. That'll keep all that damage off of us. And it was also a rage compartment as well. The rage had just popped too. So we overgrowth it so that rage won't get any value. Our king's still doing a really good job. All the way around the back side of the base, he's turned and is still alive. Royal Champion's still alive. We still have tons of throwers alive. As you see, both of our Electro Titans are still alive here with our giant from our action figure. This base is absolutely crushed. Obviously, this isn't on Legend modifier. I wanted to show it on regular modifier first for what it would look like in a war attack. And as you see, on this, with no modifiers, it is way too powerful. We absolutely overkill this base. We'll just 4x through it because all the defenses are already gone. Just have to backtrack to that storage, and it goes down. absolutely overkilled the base. It's a very fun, unique attack strategy too. Obviously, you don't see anything like this that often in Legend League, so that's why I really enjoy it. So I'm going to go hop into my first Legend League replay now. Alright, into our first Legend League attack. As you see, we have an Invis in the core, and then we have a Rage compartment down here at the bottom. I'm probably going to come in through the top because the Revenge Tower is here, and I want to get that Revenge Tower out of the way as early as possible. That's one of your top priorities in this attack strategy, is trying to path through that Revenge Tower to get it out early. That, and if you can't go through it, you can use your Overgrowth on it, but you got to be real careful and make sure you get it down pretty much instantly once your Overgrowth wears off, because at that point in the attack, it starts doing so much damage. So I like getting it out of the way early, so that's why on this particular base, with it being on the edge like this, I'm going to path right through it. Unfortunately, we did lose our Fox, so we're not going to quite get as much value. And it is nice having the Fox for later in the attack too. It just gives your Royal Champion so much more value later in the attack if she keeps going invisible. Unfortunately, we did lose her, but it is what it is. We're going to use one wizard there and one wizard here just to widen that funnel a little bit, because obviously the throwers having that extra range, sometimes you can get pulled way over around the corner from trash. So that's why I like having the wizards, just to set that funnel just a little bit deeper. So we're going to use our queen with the giant arrow and the king now on the opposite side to start cutting off that funnel. Our snakes are going to start spawning, and we should be able to take out that queen, no problem. We're going to path right through this Revenge Tower. It's going to get wrecked. And it's really nice. We have the log launcher, which triggers that Invis Tower, so now we're not going to have to worry about the Invis Tower at all. Our king putting in work down here at the bottom. We're going to have to use his ability early this time, which isn't great, obviously, because now we won't have snakes for the rest of the attack. But as you see, this funnel is setting up nicely. We've got our entire army right in the core of the base. We use our Warden's Eternal Tome as we're approaching the Town Hall. We use the Rage as well. That core gets absolutely gutted. And now our throwers are going to start taking out all the defenses on the flank. Our Royal Champion goes down and takes out that Monolith, which is really clutch. We use the Overgrowth spell on that entire Rage compartment on the backside of the base. We got both Scatter Shots, the Ricochet Cannon, and the Multi-Archer Tower. So really good Overgrowth there. It's also keeping our Royal Champion alive longer. She's trimming off a few more defenses. She does go down there, but she got pretty good value, made it all the way to the backside of the base, even though we didn't have her Fox, which is really nice. So we're going to speed this up a little bit, because at this point there's no spells or anything left for us to use. We're just waiting at this point. So we'll actually just 4 times through this. Our Overgrowth wears off, but all of our troops are targeting that compartment right as it goes down. As you see, this base is absolutely overkilled. Even on Legend Modifier, this is a very, very strong attack strategy. So that shows you guys it's viable. I got one more Legend League replay for you guys, and I'll catch you guys there. Alright, into our final attack, we have one of these annoying bases where you have all this huge layer of walls around the Town Hall compartment with an Invis. These are incredibly irritating, but as you know, they're the meta kind of in Legend League right now. So you're going to run into a lot of these. So I wanted to show you this attack. That's why I really like throwers, because even if you don't get them to path to the core of the base, they have so much range that a lot of times you can end up reaching that Town Hall from weird places. And we got really unlucky there. We almost actually lost our Royal Champion because she ran out of our Invis spell to attack the Clan Castle troops. Barely saved her, but we're probably going to lose our Fox again, and we're not going to get all that much value. We got the funnel set though, which is all we needed. So I'm actually going to use the Queen and the King first on this one to start getting that funnel set, because obviously there's so much trash over there. Usually I would use them second just to cut the funnel off, but I need to get stuff out of the way earlier on this, because otherwise I'm going to lose all my throwers to the outside. So it actually works out perfectly. Our King's going to take that out. We should be able to path everything right into the core now. And we've got that log launcher, so this big clump of walls isn't going to do any good for him. We're going to start using our totem spells. And unfortunately, look at that. We're losing a bunch of our throwers to the outside to target that Queen, which is really annoying. And I actually used my King's ability early here just to trim out more defenses and make sure we got everything to the core. And it works out good. We did lose 2 throwers, and we lost both of our Electro Titans, unfortunately, out there. But it's alright. We got everything else into the core. We're going to have all of our throwers. We have our Royal Champion and our Log Launcher troops, which has the Super Yeti and the Super Valk, will be in that core. And I'm hoping my Log Launcher can open up the backside walls. Not quite. Opens some of them. It at least gives our throwers room to step up into those walls and reach most of the stuff on the backside of the space. We did Overgrowth. We got the Multi-Gear Cannon. We got the Bomb Hive, it looks like. And then the Monolith and another Ricochet Cannon. So pretty good value out of that Overgrowth. It is going to wear off, but it should be fine because our throwers actually are in range now to take out that Monolith. So that should go down quickly. We already had the Revenge Tower out of the way early, which is really nice. And as you see, this base is going to be crushed again. We'll speed this up. But yeah, basically all that's left now is that Multi-Gear Cannon. It goes down to the throwers, and now they're out of range of everything, so the healers can top them right back off. Our Super Yeti down here still putting in work. Unfortunately, we did lose both of our Electro Titans, so we had to wait a couple seconds for that Skeleton Trap to get taken out. but the last builder hat goes down, and we get another triple. I only used this attack twice in Legend League, and I went 2 for 2 on triples, which is pretty good for me in Legend League, because I'm not the most try-hard player in the game. So that's actually a really solid attack for me. So as you see, it works in War, obviously, and it works in Legend League as well. So let me know in the comments how this works out for you guys. Drop a like if you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys next time.